Happy 10th anniversary everybody! Today GTA5 is celebrating its 10th year after release, and with that we got a lot of discounts, but most importantly we got a new car. So let's go buy it and check it out. The new car is BRAVADO HOTRING HELLFIRE, and it is in a sports car category. Interestingly, it's not a muscle car. It costs $1,810,000, which is quite normal price for cool sports cars. Now, after taking off the livery so you can see the car better, we can look at it in more detail. First of all, it is meant to look like a NASCAR, and it surely resembles one with its big wheels, sleek body panels, and gutted out interior with window nets and full roll cage. This car does have windows both on the front and rear of the car, but side windows only have these window nets. And if you are wondering what happens when you try to throw a sticky bomb out of the window, it simply doesn't let you do that. You can only use your guns while driving around, and the guns can't even go out of the window. Your person just moves it close to the window net, as you can see in the footage. Also, it doesn't have any lights on the front or rear of the car. They are just stickers like in real life NASCARs. Cool feature that you would notice every time you drive is that it has an air brake, which are these two panels on the roof, and every time you brake they pop up and slow you down, probably. Now, I don't know yet if this air brake does anything apart from looking cool, but I noticed that when I brake the car feels like it slows down unusually well, but it could be just an illusion and the brakes do the whole braking sequence. To add to that, the rear spoiler looks like it has shocks on it, but disappointingly it is not functional and doesn't raise up when you brake. I have nothing else to say about it for now, so let's upgrade it and talk about all the upgrades available and how does this car really perform on the road. Now that it is upgraded, let's talk about what you can change. If you are going to be customizing it, you might be happy when you see there are 20 different upgrade categories, but I'm afraid that I will have to disappoint you, since in majority of categories there are only one option to choose from. For example, the front bumper only has an option to add these decorative struts, and that's the only bumper option you will get. But there are also quite new upgrades I haven't seen before, like these chassis and rooftop fins, which can be picked in black or transparent variants. And you can see them on the car as these raised up vertical winglets. But not all upgrades are narrow. There are a few categories that have a lot of different options, like the spoilers and liveries. Now, liveries are this car's strong point. You will have 30 different options to choose from. I currently have this fighter jet looking livery, which looks pretty cool, but all other liveries are quite unique by their design and color choices. So if you wanted to look unique, you have many options to choose from and pair them with your primary and secondary paint colors. And speaking of colors, if you are wondering, the secondary color for this car will change all the roll cage parts color throughout the car, which will add to the aesthetics. I currently chose a green color so you can see all the parts that got repainted. Enough of how the car looks, let's talk about how it drives. BRAVADO HOTRING HELLFIRE can reach upwards of 124 miles per hour or approximately 200 kilometers per hour, which is not the fastest out of all muscle cars. It is barely faster than the Vapid Dominator by 4 miles per hour. The Dominator reaches 120 miles per hour. So it is not a speedy, but cars like Vigero ZX, Gauntlet Classic Custom and Gauntlet Hellfire only beat Hotring's top speed by 1 mile per hour, so it is also not as bad. But when you compare it to the sports cars, since it's devoted to that category, it has the same top speed as Schafter V12, and it is overall in 18th place out of all sports cars. So if you are doing any category racing, this car is not the best option. BRAVADO HOTRING HELLFIRE is also quite fun just to drive around. It has pretty quick acceleration and really good braking, probably because of its air brake. But the cornering is not as good as other sports cars, it is prone to spinning out. I would compare the cornering similar to other muscle cars. An overall driving experience is similar to any other muscle car, but weirdly this car is in a sports car category for whatever reason. But if you are not going to do any racing and want to just drive around, it is quite fun, and air brakes adds to the coolness of this car. Nothing much left to do other than to stare at. So that was my review of the new Hotring Hellfire. Please let me know what are your thoughts of this new car. Do you like it or not? Subscribe for more things like this, and I will see you lovely people in the next one. Have an amazing day.